And we got something fun to start off our week because this upcoming weekend we've got the Playing For James tournament, which will be played out at Hoosier Fields, which is those ones out on Highway 70, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. There's a lot of baseball and softball fields around here, so I wanted to make sure I had it right. We've got David Carroll here with us and some former Lady Tigers here as well. Breanna Jacobs, Sarena Maynez, and Sierra Gentry. How's everybody doing today? Good? Good? All right. Well, David, we'll start with you, and we'll talk a little bit about this tournament, the third year, and I think I'm just amazed that, every year the amount of people that have wanted to participate in this. You guys have just got a bunch of teams coming around from the area, right?
It's gotten bigger and bigger. The first year we did it, we had 30 teams, and this year we're maxed out because of the number of fields. We're maxed out at 56, and we've got a waiting list.
Yeah, I noticed that. I went and checked on the registration and everything. I think the only thing that wasn't filled out when I looked at it was the little kids.
The 8-unders.
Yeah, that was the only one. So that's pretty darn impressive. And then you've got ladies like these who have spent a year at college now, but still want to come back and play in this tournament. And we'll start out with Breanna. Obviously, this is in. I know she's so excited. She's like, "Oh, my summer break, and I had to come on the radio." But this is something obviously in honor of your dad, and I have to think for you. This is about as perfect as a thing that it could be to honor his memory, right?
Yeah, it's always what he's always wanted is a tournament in Alamo, and he got it, so he's probably happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Sarena, in terms of being able to coming back and playing, you're head back to college here in a couple weeks, and I know your season isn't for a little while, but to be able to come back and play in this tournament here in Alamo, what does it mean for you personally to be able to play in this tournament?
It's really nice just to be able to play for him. I do know he wanted a tournament in Alamo, so it's really cool that we get to put this together for him.
All right, Sierra, how about you? We're in terms of being able to come back, compete against and all these really talented ladies as well. I'm sure this is a little bit of a nice warm up before you head back to college at all, or
yeah. I like the competition. Every Play for James tournament. It's nice to be able to represent James and our community and be able to show how we've improved over time and what college has taught us. Just to be able to compete before going back to college.
Yeah. Well, while we got you ladies here, would like to know what's going on with you. Sarah, you went off to West Texas A&M last year, but moving on to another college this year, right?
Yeah, Pima Community College in Tucson, Arizona.
What was it about Pima that was the choice that you wanted to make there?
I really like the campus. I like their program. I think we're gonna have a really competitive program this upcoming season. Hopefully, compete for a national championship, JUCO, and I also got offered a better scholarship, so that kind of helped out a lot too. So it just gave me a really good vibe. So yeah, that's how I made my decision, basically.
All right. Sarena, you're going back to University of the Southwest, which of course is in Hobbs. I'm not sure we got a chance to chat with you about, what made you choose that one out there. What was it about Hobbs that made you want to go play softball there? Or what was it about the college? At least about the coaches and so on.
I don't know. Coach Lantry is a really nice man.
Yeah.
He's a really good coach. He's really, I don't know, just the way I got a good scholarship. Yeah. So that was really nice.
An opportunity to play, I'm sure.
Yeah, and it was close to home. It was close to between my mom and my dad. It was really, because my mom lives in Albuquerque and my dad lives here. It was really nice just to be able to have a happy medium.
All right, very good. Now, Breanna, you have to remind me where you went off to straight out of high school. It was
Western Texas College.
Okay, Western Texas College. I knew because I get Western Texas and West Texas A&M confused a little bit. So you're now transferring as well to University of Southwest, right? Mm-hmm. And tell me about that decision. What into your mind that you decided to transfer there?
Well, it's a lot closer to home, and I definitely can go home more often. I definitely miss my family because I only got to go home maybe once.
Yeah.
And Callissa's, she's getting pretty good in basketball, so I got to go watch her and just be around my family a lot more. Never realize how much you enjoy your family till you don't have them around.
There you go. David, I'll ask you about getting the chance to get these ladies to come back and play, and these ladies that have been involved with Alamogordo softball in some way, shape, or form over the last number of years. It's got to be special to see these kids come back.
Oh yeah, it's great. Whenever Coach James passed away, Julie Rodriguez, who's the New Mexico West Texas regional director, called me and she says, "I want to do a tournament." We haven't had a tournament in Alamogordo in probably over 20 years for fast pitch.
Yeah.
And so we got the ball rolling, and I asked the girls. The girls said yes, and here we are 3 years later.
Yeah, and of course, your daughter's also been involved playing for this team before, and there have been some other former Lady Tigers, and
Now my youngest one is
yeah,
working her way up.
there you go. How old is your youngest one?
She'll be a freshman.
Freshman this year.
Yeah,
Okay.
she played JV at the high school this year.
Okay.
So I've got those girls coming up.
Seems like we've got. It's not an unusual thing to have different young ladies from different the same families that are involved with Alamogordo softball. I mean, we've seen. I mean, you've seen it especially. I mean, there have been a lot of different families that have been involved with it, right?
Yes, and then we've got like I said, we've got 56 teams. Out of those 56, 7 of them are local.
Yeah.
And we've got them from the 8 and under age group all the way up to we're playing the 8 and under. And there's another 8 and under team that Dave Breanna coaches, the No Fear team, and which is the other half of the high school girls.
You said 8.
Oh, 18 and under, sorry.
Oh, 18. Okay.
18 and under.
I just assumed that's
No, I wish we could play AU, but then we'd be starting over.
that would be a little difficult for the 8 and under.
I was like, wait, you have a team too, or what?
But no.
They're coming for you guys, is what it is. The 8-year-old. That's exactly what it is. I guess the other part about this tournament, obviously we talked about it, keeping Coach Jacobs' memory alive, and I just since we have 3 ladies that you guys all played for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to start with Sierra. I mean, in terms of, do you have a favorite memory of Coach Jacob that you like to tell people, especially around this tournament time, or is there one that kind of stands out for you than one above the others?
I guess not really like a tournament memory, but my favorite.
I mean, just any memory.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess my favorite memory of him would be when he first got me on the Wildcats, when he first started on the Wildcats, and what was that, 10U? He gave me my jerseys, and I was in heaven. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm playing for this awesome team, and Breanna's playing on this team. And I mean, at the time, Breanna and I were like best friends. We're still close friends, but so he gave me my jerseys, and that's how I got my number 22. So that's one of my favorite memory with him.
Okay. Sarena, I mean, I'll ask you, is there one that stands out for you when you think of Coach Jacob?
Yeah.
You guys were like talking about it beforehand.
Okay, it might make him sound really bad, but I promise he wasn't.
It was really funny. Like, it was an accident. But we were on our way to Cruces for a tournament, and Breanna was in the front seat, in the passenger seat, and me and Callista were in the back. And I was laying on Callista's lap, and he's like dancing, and he's like going like he's get out of my face. It's that song "Get Out of My Face" by Soulja Boy. And so he goes back to say "Get out of my face," and I'm sitting up at the same time, and he punches me in the face. That was the funniest thing ever. Yeah,
Nothing like discipline.
it was so funny.
Something that makes you laugh. I mean, Breanna, I'm sure you have more memories than you can count, but maybe when it comes to the softball part of it, I mean, what reminds you most of
Mine
it?
was just definitely all the times that he would just get into arguments with the umpires. Like, he just never let a bad call, like, especially on us girls. Like, if something happened to one of us girls or another team, like, he was always the one to be like, oh, no, that's not going to happen.
And he said it just like that.
Definitely stuck up for the girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was never allowed to walk last in the handshake line.
I wish I could be him throwing somebody's hat off.
Yeah.
Well, David, I mean, if maybe somebody who didn't know Coach Jacob, I mean, what would you like make sure that they know about Coach Jacob, obviously?
Probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
We'd go to tournaments, and the entry fees are $400 or $500, and he'd tell the girls, well, if we're going to go, we're going to have to raise some money. And the girls would say, okay, what do we got to do? And then at the last minute, he would, got us a donor. Somebody donated the entry fee. Well, every single time it was, if he had 9 girls, he was going. And, the first time I met James, he came, we were practicing with our younger girls before he even moved here. And him and Alicia, his oldest daughter, showed up just out of the blue. His daughter in blue jeans and tennis shoes and a borrowed baseball glove. And she came and tried out, and she started ever since then, and that's been, I don't know, 10 years ago probably.
Well, I was 5, so it's been like 13.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so 13 years ago.
Yeah, but
So-
the guy that was about community and about everything
All about the
this.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you said, you could not meet a nicer guy that would take care of his kids. His kids were never wrong, regardless of what the umpire said.
there you go. You know what? You knew that he had your back. I mean, that's the most important thing. I mean, and I think for a coach to know that your coach believes in you, and
Yeah.
that makes such a huge difference there. And yeah, anybody that I knew Coach Jacob in passing, not something that me and him were best buddies or anything, but it was one of those that always nice, always had something good to say about the kids and who was playing for him, and it was definitely a pleasure to know Coach Jacob for sure. Want to go back to the softball tournament just a little bit. I'd ask Breanna, I'll ask you the competition level of this tournament. How would you for somebody that's played college softball and has played a lot of high school softball and travel teams, I mean, how would you say that the competition level is in this tournament from what you've seen?
I mean, I would say it's pretty good because, just like us, we came back from college. Other teams are going to have college players, so they're going to be equal.
Yeah.
Pretty equal. Yeah.
There's 11, I think, in the 18 and under,
Yeah.
which, they cut us off at 12 because of the amount of fields that we have. So, but 11 teams, that's going to be pretty good competition.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of seniors and juniors in high school and freshmen in college, and
Yeah.
And it's all, and a lot of them are the girls they've been playing in high school. Onyate's
Against.
bringing a team,
Yeah.
Mayfield's bringing a team.
Even some of the girls we played with in
Centennial.
high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're playing against some of my teammates.
So, and like I said, it's going to run Friday. I think the first games are scheduled to start about 5 o'clock and
Yeah.
go till 3 or 4 o'clock. Championship game on Sunday,
all right.
weather permitting.
Yes, we'll cross our fingers on
Cross
that.
your fingers. We don't need any rain.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Let's hope if that doesn't happen, everything stays nice and sunny for you guys. Not too hot, but nice and sunny out there. Serena, seeing a lot of ladies that you've played a lot of softball against, I imagine. Is that kind of fun? Or, how do you describe, playing against these same ladies over and over again that you have, I'm sure?
It's pretty fun. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of like a rivalry thing.
Yeah.
It's a good, healthy competition. It's fun. We're all good with them, cool with them until we get on the field, and then then it's not cool.
We like to do the competition part of it. That for you, Sierra, you're not necessarily competing all the time against these ladies as you maybe were in high school or even within the same team, but you want to win, right?
Yeah, of course. It's a healthy competition. Some of the girls that we played against, we've grown up with. We've all played against some of them since we were like 10. We've just been around the same competition. So it's nice to play different girls, but it's also nice to see how we've all grown, and it's a good, healthy friendship.
All right. We should mention this as well in terms of people coming out and watching the tournament. Cost at the gate, or just come out and enjoy.
Come out and enjoy some really competitive girls softball.
Yeah, and I'm sure the more and more people, bring little kids out there.
Bring your lawn chairs. Bring your, bring some water. Whatever you want to do. There will be
Spare bottles.
concession stands out there.
Bring your friends. Bring your grandma's friends.
And like I said, we've got 7 local teams that are participating. So if you get out there any time of the day, you should be able to find a local team playing.
Got some little ones maybe that are thinking about playing a sport. This would be a great opportunity, and I'm sure the ladies that are 18 and older, the ones that have gone off to college, will be glad to talk to the youngsters and talk about getting into softball, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, that's what we want.
And there is, like I said, there is an 8 and under
Yeah.
age group, so never think you're too young. And in that 8U age group, there's 6-year-olds playing in that, so it's fun to watch.
I would think so. I think I guarantee these 3 were competitive at that age, right? Maybe.
I think I was afraid to go at that age.
Were we all afraid of the ball at that age?
Hey, I played baseball.
I'd move.
I was kind of a stud. Just
Yeah.
kidding, I sucked.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be a fantastic tournament. 3rd year for the Playing for James tournament, and again, it starts on Friday and runs through Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Friday, Sunday, out at Hoosier Fields, out on Highway 70, Walker Road area there, and go check it out. Ladies, good luck in your upcoming seasons. Go heading back to college, and hope you have some fun out there this weekend. Okay,
Thank you.
David, really appreciate you coming in and bringing the
You
ladies.
too. And I just want to thank you for all you do for these kids. We enjoy it.
I enjoy it. It's a fun job. It's not like work ever, so it's fun to always talk to these kids.